Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the Stretford Inn. It is match day, Champions League match, Atletico Madrid versus Manchester United at the Metropolitano Stadium in Madrid. And of course, we are excited. I am excited. I am feeling good. I hope that you are too. Definitely, if you haven't done so before, please subscribe to the channel. We want to grow the channel. The target that we have by the middle of the year would at least be 200 subscribers. I know that we can do it. Help out the channel. You have the power to do so. You are the supporters out there that I want to reach and that I want to connect with more. So please allow yourself to hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell to know exactly when the Stretford uploads new videos. Continue to like them as well. If you do enjoy the videos, I trust and hope that you do. I do my best to bring you everything with regards to Man United and the entirety of the biggest club in the world. As you do see in the thumbnail, I want to speak about Rashford for a couple of minutes today, and this is, quite significant to speak about him before, today's game, because if you look at it, since Rashford has been back from his injury that he had to his back and shoulder, he's hasn't been the same player. He hasn't been of the same mentality, the same ilk of player that we know, that we have seen before. I mean, we can go all the way back to his debut against Midtjylland where he scored two, and then his Premier League debut where he scored two against Arsenal. And the game after that, completely stripping Di Michaelis of his pride as a man and a defender, completely skinning him and winning the Manchester derby for us in only his third game with the first team. We don't know what happened to Rashford. We are confused at it, but we do see a bit of change in his persona, as a person, in his, outlook on life outside of football. And let's track back. Let's track back and look at his playing style under Ole. And under Ole, he basically had 3 years of no development, in my opinion. I think under Mourinho, he was given tough love, but basically wanted an arm around the shoulder. Rashford, you are, Man United's number 10, and oh, you play for England, and oh, you are, the next best thing. I kind of think that went to his head a bit. And the reason why I say that is because he kind of believed his own hype, and now he realized that, oh, wait, in order to be a crucial player in the team, in order to be one of the world-class players, for England and for Manchester United, I need to work. I need to put in the time, not just in official training with my teammates, but also on a personal level, training on my own, doing drills, working hard to try and be in the team, but also to stay in the team. As we've seen as of late, he hasn't been in the team consistently, and when he has come in, whether starting or from the bench, his performances have been abysmal. His performances have been so bad that we are wondering, does he still want to be at the club? Rumors of him being linked to Barcelona have been there, probably won't go away, but does it mean that Rashford needs to leave? Does he feel happy at Man United? Is he happy with the coaching? Is he happy with team selections? There's so many, avenues and pathways that we can think of with regards to what is going on with Rashford. But we also have to be of the mindset that a lot has happened in quite a quick span of time. If you go back to COVID and when it started, you also look at, what Rashford was doing off the field, with his feeding scheme for the kids, in the UK. And this took a lot of his attention and his time, during COVID when there was no football. And he started being this particular, public figure, having, meetings with Barack Obama, sitting and speaking to Boris Johnson, trying to get more money out of the government to provide for the kids that don't have food in schools or at home. And yes, kudos to him for that. He himself came from, a poor background. But what made him famous, what made us love him, is his footballing talent, is what he did on the pitch for Manchester United and also for England. We look at him as a footballer, not as a public figure on the outside. We respect him for that. But as Ole said that he feels Rashford needs to focus more on his football. I agree with that. And look how powerful Marcus Rashford is with the people that he has around him. You know, making sure that Ole comes out with an apology before a press conference even started, in front of him no less. His performances have been so bad, but nobody has said anything with regards to it, not criticizing him once in the punditry. And that is concerning because it shows how protected he is. It shows that he's able to just get along, you know, by the way, with poor performances, and nobody can say anything bad about him. But let Pogba perform badly, let Bruno perform badly, and every English pundit is on their backs. Oh, they don't deserve to play for the club. Oh, he's not good enough. Oh, no, he's losing the ball too much. How many times has Rashford lost the ball? How many times has he made bad decisions on the pitch? When he could have passed, he takes a shot. When he could have crossed, he shoots. How many times has he ran into cul-de-sacs trying to be this mesmerizing winger running through people? It is confusing. It is something we don't understand with regards to Rashford's persona and how he's changed as a footballer. As I've said, under Ole, there was no development. He was basically just told, go out there and do what you do best. And it worked for about a season and a half. But after that, he basically dipped. And the relationship he had with Martial and Greenwood is completely gone. As well, we know the situation with Greenwood and Martial going on loan to Sevilla. It kind of leaves him alone. I remember we had the trio of, you know, Rashford, Martial and Greenwood, and they were devastating. But none of them were developed under Ole. And when Rangnick came in, he basically demanded work. He demanded passion. He demanded grind. He demanded putting in the effort that he doesn't need to tell you to do so. It is mandatory as a footballer to work hard. There are times that I've seen it, and probably this is the reason why he didn't start in the previous game against Leeds. And as I've said before in the preview to the game tonight, I would like to see Rashford start tonight as a bit of a moment of redemption, as a moment of him proving himself again on the big stage. As we know, Rashford loves the big games. He always turns up in the big games. As I've said before, against City, he's done it against Liverpool. PSG in the Champions League, he's done it as well for us. So I have confidence that he can turn it up on the big stage. But it needs to be consistent. It needs to be, you know, devastating towards the opposition defense. It needs to be in a state of where we know what we're going to get from Rashford today. Because when he starts or when he comes from the bench, we are unsure of what he's going to do. He's got this one-track mind of wanting to score and be the hero, but he forgets who wore the number 10 jersey for him before he got it. Wayne Rooney, a workhorse, a bully, a true Englishman that runs around continuously, not just for himself, but for the benefit of the team. There's been moments where Rashford doesn't track back, where he walks, where after taking a shot and it goes, he completely has this lack of intensity on his face and this nonchalant attitude. And he's been so difficult to take and to watch because it's frustrating. And to make matters worse, when there was rumors about the dressing room unrest and divide, he came out saying it's not true, it's not true. But his performances on the pitch doesn't give him the credit to make that argument, to come out and make a statement. Yes, it's for the protection of the team and for the protection of the club, but I don't think it was right for him to do that because of his performances being inconsistent on the pitch. I do believe that tonight can be a turning point for him as it was a turning point for Maguire. Hopefully he can now build on that, and hopefully Rashford can do the same tonight. I would want him to start, but if Rangnick goes with Elanga, you know, and Sancho on the wings, by all means, fantastic. We know what Elanga brings to the team, and we know what Sancho's brought to the team lately and recently with his, you know, fire performances and him being and getting closer to the Dortmund form that we saw, and also the reason why we bought him as a natural winger for us. But let me know in the comments what you think about Rashford and where he has been, and also how far do you think he's come in a Manchester United shirt. Don't forget to subscribe, like the videos, and also share it to all your Man United supporters. Ensure to follow us on TikTok, Instagram and Twitter, especially Twitter, for live updates during the game as the game happens. That is it, me, Sachin Johnson from the Stretford end. Goodbye.